Hey guys, the Lord here, back again with another review, and today we are having a look at the NECA Predator Concrete Jungle Scarface Predator, Ultimate Scarface Predator to be exact. I think he was part of the last wave, I'm not sure. He was in a bigger box and came with a lot of crazy stuff. I will say I do have one quality control issue on mine, but it's nothing major. It can be fixed within probably 1-2 minutes time. I just have to have my dad look at it, but we'll get to that when we get to the little goodies he comes with. So speaking of which, like the Kratos figure, he comes with a giant sword. No, Kratos came with 2 little swords, but he comes with a giant blade of some kind. I have no idea what this is called. Let me know in the comments, but this is almost big enough for me to use as a shank. If it was made of real metal, I'd probably do that. It comes with that. It comes with this spear gun, I believe. The spears aren't too brittle, but be careful with it. Yeah, it kind of looks like a Halo gun. Not gonna lie, not a fan of this. I would have preferred just a little pistol or a spear. I would have preferred a spear. I'd probably display him with that, especially if it had a skull on it. He comes with an alternate hand to hold said gun. In fact, I'll show you. He's got to get the thumb wrapped around the freaking handle, and it's not the easiest thing. Yeah, that thumb just does not want to go around the handle. There we go. His fingers are a little bit flexible, a little bit more flexible than the Kratos figure I just looked at, so yeah, he can hold on to that pretty well. And then he comes with, of course, the alt head with the tooth-filled vagina face. Which, you know, is a little bit more cluster-beeped than the other head, just because of the way it's packaged, so you gotta work with the dreads and stuff. Look at that sculpt on that thing, that's just insane. I'll probably swap the head in this review a little bit later on. But, as other accessory, comes with his plasma caster. I do know what that is. Haha. It's a little loose fitting, but you can get it to stay. Speaking of loose, it is loose in general, like the joints on it are pretty loose. Like this hinge especially. This hinge isn't so bad. It's this top hinge that's kind of loose. But typically it's resting on the dreads anyway, so I don't really care. I don't have any problems with mine coming out either. I know some people do. But, yeah, there you go. Plasma caster. I like this back spine looking piece here. I think that's a nice touch. Although I think they all have that. Then he has his wrist blades, which are removable, but I'm not going to take out just because they're a pain in the butt to get in. In mine, I had to put them in a certain way, because I think one hole is bigger than the other, and one of them had flash on it, one of them didn't. So yeah, you need But then one of his other, I guess you could say it's an accessory, is his little tracky thing. This is the quality control issue I have. This thing is supposed to open. Well, mine does, but here's the problem. Don't notice anything wrong with it, right? Well, I don't think it's supposed to go back like that. And yeah, mine snapped on that first hinge, so that has to be glued. Nothing major. I don't think it's going to affect this dude's rating at all, because I can be a Thunder Thumbs. And I've never seen that before on one of these. So, regardless, that's probably not going to affect his rating, because that's to be expected. I was expecting something on this to break. I was surprised it was so minimal like that. But he also comes with, of course, the interchangeable masked head. It's got some spikes on it. It's got the little scar right there. It's got the pred locks. And yeah, it's a little bit spread out because I've been working at it. But with that being said, that's going in the bin because I am displaying him with this head right here. And I'm debating whether or not I put the plasma caster on for the rest of this review. I'll probably fiddle with it later. Just because I don't want this to be too long of a review. Even though it kind of already is. So let me see if I can get this on without having to pause it. Oh, come on, sport. That's all. I just want it to go in, man. It is not an easy task. It is rather daunting. Maybe it's already in. But yeah, his dreadlocks really sort of get in the way of trying to get the head in. So, there we go. So I'm not getting the snap of satisfaction I was getting with Kratos. I bet you it's in all the way, I'm just an idiot, but yeah. So I will say, I'm going to say that for lack of better judgment, that sucker is on there. So, I guess we'll go into the articulation quick. The head will rotate a little bit, hinge up and down. It is pretty hindered due to the dreadlocks, and when you have his little cannon on, it's a little more hindered. He does have a diaphragm joint that works pretty decent, as well as a waist swivel that's also ball jointed. His shoulders will move out. This side's a little hindered due to this armor plate with an awesome skull trophy there. Kind of wish that was removable, but whatever. And then it can move back in. You swivel it up and down. You swivel at the bicep. Double jointed elbows. You just gotta work at it. But you can get him to work pretty well, even though he is pretty well armored. He's got a swivel at the gauntlet, swivel at the wrist while it's ball joint. The blades do not retract like some of the older Predators, so yeah, whatever. His hips will move out like so. Back in, forward and back. Got a thigh cut. He's got a double joint at the knee. I believe it's double joint. Yep. Double joint. And it also has a rotation. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's nice, but at the same time, I kind of don't want it there. It's got a swivel in the foot, as well as a hinge and a little bit of a rocker to it. So, basically limited Taskmaster ankles. But with that being said, one of the things I like to do is pop his left hand out, and I like to get this little sword weapon in there, so bear with me here. As nerve-wracking as that was. Now I will say his hands are a little loose when you pull them out. Try to put them back in, but they will stiffen up. Just give it some time. Plus, if you get the blade in there far enough, you can get it to stay in place and look pretty dang cool. So that being said, there he is, and then there is Kratos for size comparison. He is a lot bigger than Kratos. But with that being said, this review is longer than Kratos, so I'm going to end it here. I'm going to give this figure 10 out of 10 regardless of the little QC issue I have on mine, because I've never seen it before, so it's 100% new to me, and this is a new line to me, so I'm probably going to be a little bit more lenient. And the fact that I knew what I was getting into at the start. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.